Welcome to today's live broadcast of Bronco Sports on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and YourLiveEvent.com. It is Broncos versus Raiders, International Falls versus Greenway in a high school volleyball varsity matchup here at International Falls High School. I am excited for this one today. It's yours truly, Augie Schmidt, with the pregame show. We are live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Stay tuned for our pregame show and our Border GM keys to the game.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, Corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Getting really excited for this varsity volleyball matchup between the Broncos and the Raiders today. And two teams looking to get on the winning side. We are on the tail end of the season, so now it's time for a lot of conference matchups where if you get the win, you get yourself a really great placement in the ranking, in the conference rankings. So both teams are really wanting to get the win today. And so, hey, let's get into our Border GM keys to the game here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and YourLiveEvent.com. It is also Pink Out Night here at International Falls High School in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is the month of October. And so we're going to start off with your home team, the International Falls Broncos, as they are warming up right now on the court. The big key to the game for the Broncos is going to be defense, but also communication. It's something that I talked about with Coach Hall before the game, and you're going to be hearing that interview in a minute. And the big key to success for the Broncos and the big struggle for them as at the beginning of the season, this is a team that hadn't been able to actually play as a squad, as a varsity squad specifically, before. But then they ended up having about 9 seniors graduate from last season, and now it is a whole new team, and they've had a lot of improvements and a lot of chances to become the new squad for this Broncos team. And so communication is going to be very key in today's matchup, but also it's going to be serving, and more specifically serve-receive for this Broncos team. I know that was actually a huge improvement I saw from their match, comparing their first and second matches against the Little Fork Big Falls Vikings. Is the Vikings, they had multiple big aces against the Broncos in the first time they matched up, and then the second time they were very much improved on serve receive. And so I'm hoping to see some great action today. And so hey, let's go into that coach's interview. This is my interview with Coach Aaron Hall of the International Falls Broncos before the game. Here with head coach Aaron Hall of the International Falls Broncos volleyball team, getting ready for today's home matchup against Greenway. And so, what were you guys working on Monday after the weekend?
Well, Monday, yesterday, that was a busy day. We didn't have school, but we couldn't get in because they were doing some special training. So we got here at 3:30, but then we had games. The 7A and C team had games, so 5, so we had to set up the nets. So we just got out here and played, just game situations.
Okay, so then what do you think is going to be a big key focus that you're looking for your players today?
Honestly, just putting it all together. We've been kind of battling ourselves all season long, so if we can just come together as a team, be supportive, bring some energy, we're going to compete with pretty much anyone, so we're still trying to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember when I talked to Chesney after Friday's game against Old Fork, one thing she said is a big improvement the team has seen is the communication among each other. That's also been a big working point. So do you think that's something that is going to be a big factor in today?
Communication's always an issue and a factor. I feel like we're constantly trying to make sure we use communication, very specific communication on and off the court, and so the words we want to use are important so that, the girls have to make the effort to actually have those words come out of their mouths so that we can be successful. And, yeah, it's been a bit of a battle this year, but they're picking it up.
Well, that's good to hear. And so what do you think going forward? Because then after this one, you also have Deer River. So what is something you're looking for when you're playing against Greenway today?
Well, aside from the communication piece, just finishing out there, earning our points. So, doing the little things that we talk about every single day, just putting it into play and hopefully find some success.
Yeah. And it looks like it is Pink Out today for breast cancer awareness. And so I'm guessing the girls are going to have a lot of pink accessories and Pink Out today?
Pink socks for sure. I don't think there'll be maybe some pink ribbons, but yeah, we didn't get too crazy this year, but we wanted to show our support.
And so what's something you're looking forward to then with this game?
Someone, or
anything, whether it's a player or I know I like to ask you which player you think is going to step up in a big way.
It's hard. I don't want to call anyone out specifically. I think, like I said last time too, is kind of the same for this game. Just everyone needs to step up.
And so, I wish you guys the best of luck in today's matchup. And hey, bring it to them.
Thank you. Hope we bring that energy.
Yeah, so like I said, it was a lot of fun being able to talk to Coach Hall, and I'm really excited to see what the team has in store for today, and see how they decide to prepare themselves for this matchup against Greenway. And I suppose speaking of Greenway, I also ended up talking to their head coach, Casey Richards, and just talked about the squad, see what they're looking for, and what they're hoping to get from this game, because they actually played last night against Rock Ridge. So here is my interview with head coach Casey Richards of the Greenway Raiders. I'm here with head coach Casey Richards of the Greenway Raiders, getting ready for today's matchup against International Falls Broncos. And how are the girls feeling coming off the bus?
Good. I think we had a game last night too, so they may be a little tired, but I think for the most part they all seemed in good spirits, even with the extremely long bus ride.
I can imagine. It is quite the drive to get here. And so who was the team that you played last night?
We played Rock Ridge.
And so what was a big takeaway from that game that you're hoping to bring into today?
We just got to stay focused on what we need to get done and just play our game and have fun.
Absolutely, especially emphasis on having fun, because it is a game at the end of the day. And so what has been the biggest improvement that you've seen from your team from the beginning of the season to now at this point?
I think just playing as a team, they seem to be doing a lot better with that, and just communicating and trusting each other and building relationships that maybe weren't as strong at the beginning.
Okay. And so who are going to be some of the players that you think are going to be stepping up in a big way for today?
My captain, number 10, Ava Johnson. I have a 7th grader, number 16, Ari. She plays on my outside. But they all play an important role. So I would say I'm hoping all of them. step
And
up.
I was gonna say, seeing Ari Johnson in your lineup, a seventh grader, do you think her first game playing with the varsity was a big shock for her when she first stepped on the court?
No, I don't think it was a big shock because she plays well. She knows the game. She may be young, but she's an athlete, so she's it's just natural for her.
Well, that's really good to hear. And so, what's something that you're looking out for them when you're facing this Bronco team?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
What's something you're looking out for when facing this Bronco team?
I just want them to. We're getting down to our last couple games here, and I just want them to have fun. I want them to play. I'm gonna just leave it to them to just do their thing because I know that they know what I expect of them, and they know what they're supposed to be doing, where they're supposed to be, and I just want them to take these last couple and just have fun.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And so, I wish you guys the very best of luck in today's match. And hey, here's to having a fun volleyball game.
Thank you.
So that was Casey Richards of the Greenway Raiders. And so, she kind of said what I said earlier. This is the tail end of the season. This is where games are definitely going to matter the most, where you want to try and get a good seed in conference play when you get into playoffs. And so, hey, a big win today for either team will be big. And so, this is the pregame show with yours truly, August Schmidt, live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Trust Rocks, and that has been your Border GM, Keys to the Game. And so, hey, we're going to take another break, and then we'll be back to talk about starting lineups and our national anthem brought to you by the local VFW Post 2948. Join us for karaoke and burgers. Gotta love some burgers.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high-rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high-rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Of the game. And now we're going to get into our starting lineups for both teams, starting off with the visitors from Greenway. Okay, starting off, number 3. I wrote okay, I just had to make sure I wrote the right number down for her. And number 3, the DS, Sophia Danucci. Number 5, McKenna Subcheck. Number 6, Olivia Trumbly. Number 7, Ava Martella. Number 10, Ava Johnson. Number 17, Lydia Schwartz. And number 8, the libero for the Greenway, Chloe Trumbly. Some other players are going to be getting some time here on the court. Number 16, Ari Johnson. Number 9, Gianna Martella. Number 11, Haley Kilduff. Number 12, Braylee Gunderman. And number 14, Joanna Meyer. And then, with your home team, the International Falls Broncos, their starting lineup: number 2, Neva Kokesh. Number 5, Peyton Grasshorn. Number 8, Piper Tomzak. Number 9, Lauren Basaraba. Number 14, Charlie Swanson. Number 21, Chesley Scrine. And your libero, as always, number 10, Lola Wade. Some other players are going to be getting some time on the court for the Broncos today. Number 4, Kira Magel. Number 6, Joelle Black. Number 7, Mara Buller. Number 11, Peyton Glennie. Number 13, Lainey Taylor. Number 17, Hadley Whitbeck. Number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. And number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars. And that is your Broncos and Raiders starting lineup for today. We have a little under a minute left of the warm-ups before these two teams get underway in this varsity volleyball matchup. The two big V's of high school sports, varsity volleyball. And so, as I said earlier, when I was talking about the keys of the game, a big key for this Broncos team is going to be serve, receive, but also communication. It's something that there's been a little bit of a struggle with, but from watching them this season, I've seen plenty of improvement on both sides. In fact, after my interview with Coach Hall, we were talking about that Little Fork game, Game 2, and even though it was a sweep against the Broncos, there was definitely a lot of improvement. When you compare that game to their first time they played against Little Fork, that went to 5 sets. Yes, one game went on a little longer than the other, but the Broncos improved a lot, very much so, when it came to serve, receive. And so we're going to see what they have in store for us as they are about to announce the starting lineup for today, as well as our national anthem, brought to you by the local VFW Post 2948. And that is the Bronco fighting song playing right now by the band. I'm very, very excited. I'm always excited for some high school volleyball. It's always just so much competition, so much fun competition between these two teams. And, I mean, volleyball is just a really fun and fast-paced sport that, for me, as a commentator, it's just a lot of fun to call. And mean, the athletes, they just give it their all. So much credit to the athletes, of course. So now we're going to get ready for the national anthem. Once again, brought to you by the local VFW Post 2948 as we're about to be underway with our varsity volleyball matchup here on Lakes Country 104.1, KSTM, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high-rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Broncos volleyball, and welcome to those of you watching on YourLiveEvent.com. They're announcing the starting lineups, which means I might as well review the starting lineups for today's volleyball matchup, starting with the away team, the Greenway Raiders. Number 3, Sophia Danucci. Number 5, McKenna Subcheck. Number 6, Olivia Trombley. Number 7, Ava Martella. Number 10, Ava Johnson. Number 17, Lydia Schwartz. And number 16, Ari Johnson. And the libero for the Raiders today is going to be number 8, Chloe Trombley. Some other Raiders who are going to be getting some steps here on the court. Number 9, Gianna Martella. Number 11, Haley Kilduff. Number 12, Braylee Gunderman. And number 14, Joanna Meyer. And your starting lineup for the International Falls Broncos. Number 2, Neva Kokesh. Number 5, Peyton Grasshorn. Number 8, Piper Tomzak. Number 9, Lauren Bassaraba. Number 14, Charlie Swanson. Number 21, Chesney Skrine. Number 10, your libero for the Broncos, Lola Wade. And then some other Broncos who are going to be getting some chances on the court today. Number 13, Lainey Taylor. Number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. Number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars. Number 7, Mara Buller. Number 17, Hadley Whitbeck, my apologies. Number 4, Kira Magel. Number 6, Joelle Black. Number 11, Peyton Glennie. And that is your International Falls Broncos starting lineup. Really excited for this matchup today, you guys. Excited to see what's going to happen. I took a brief glance into the crowd, and I even saw a couple of Little Fork players in the crowd here to show support for their neighborly rivals. So I think that's really cool to see. Once again, it is pink out night for the fans attending in person for the Broncos. in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is, of course, the month of October. And I think that's really awesome to do. So, we are getting ready to be underway in today's volleyball matchup. I am always super pumped, super juiced. I had my rock star a couple minutes ago, and so that has me absolutely pumped for this one. So, hey, we're going to be back after a quick couple of minutes here on Lakes Country 104.1, KSCM, and yourliveevent.com.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
From the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box. Once again, you can start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. And we're giving a special shout out to our line judges in today's contest. That is the whistle. It's time to be underway with some Broncos volleyball. Starting in the front line for International Falls, number 5, Peyton Grasshorn, number 8, Piper Tomzak, and number 2, Neva Kokesh. And in the back row, number 10, the libero, Lola Wade. Number 9, Lauren Basaraba. Number 21, Chesley Skrine, and number 14, Charlie Swanson. And they are subbing out Chesley Skrine with Wade. It'll be Charlie Swanson serving first to start off the game and this set for the Broncos. Her serve goes over and goes straight to the Greenway libero. And that is nice play. That was Lydia Schwartz starting the Greenway Raiders off, getting the first point of set number 1. So now Raiders take the lead 1-0, and these scoreboard updates will be brought to you by PCA. Serving for Greenway was number 18. And the Broncos able to rally and send it over. Oh, correction, that was actually number 16. That 6 looked like an 8. And so that's going to be Greenway making the rally and getting the point. So once again, Ari Johnson goes behind the line for her second serve. 2-0. Raiders in the lead. She sends it straight to Lola Wade. High bump, bouncing off the ceiling, and Broncos unable to adjust in time after the weird bounce on the ceiling. So that's going to be another point. Greenway now leads 3-0 as Ari Johnson goes behind the line once more. And that's going to be this time Basarabas receiving. Piper Tomzak just passes it over. Now sets it up. This is going to be number 10. Oh my gosh. Faked me out for a second there. Ava Johnson, she went up acting like she was about to go for the attempt. Instead, it ended up being Lydia Schwartz. And wow, that threw me for a loop too. So Greenway now in a 4-0 lead after the kill by Lydia Schwartz. Served by Johnson. And an unlucky hit for the Broncos leads to a point for Greenway, so now 5-0. So now Johnson with another serve, and that's going to be an ace for Ari Johnson. She extends the lead for the Raiders to 6-0. And Coach Hall going to sub in number 13, Lainey Taylor, for Grasshorn. Johnson going for serve number 6. And she sends it over. That goes straight to Taylor. Swanson sets it up. Taylor once again. She goes for the attempt, and that's going to be great placement. Broncos now get on the board 6-1 after Lainey Taylor's kill. And so now Broncos are going to be the ones with a chance to respond. Lola Wade behind the line for her first serve. Great dig by the libero for the Raiders, Chloe Trumley, but they're unable to get it over the net, so that's going to be a point number 2 for the Broncos. Now 2-6 Broncos trying to climb back after dropping early. Lola Wade sends it over. That's going to be set it up, and number 17 Schwartz with the attempt. And while the Broncos are able to get over the net, unfortunately it goes over the line as well. So that's going to be point for the Raiders. They get it right back for the serve. Serving for the Raiders, number 8, the libero, Chloe Trumley. She sends it straight to Lola Wade. Chesley Scrine just passes it over the net. Now this is going to be set up, and that's Ava Johnson with a running start and the kill for the Raiders, as they now extend to an 8-2 lead over the Broncos. Chloe Trumley for the serve. She sends it. That's going to go straight to Basaraba, Lainey Swanson, and Neva Kokish. She's just going to pass it over now. Raiders setting it up. That's going to be number 5, Subcheck, who just passed it over. Now Chesley Scrine trying to just pass it over the net, but was a little too close to the net as the ball ends up not going over. Staying on the Broncos side, so now 9-2. PSA sponsoring the scoreboard update as Chloe Trumley serves it to the Broncos. That's Swanson with the set. Now Chesley Scrine with the attempt. And now it looks like that's going to be point for the Broncos off of the double hit against the Raiders. So now Broncos, they are trying to gain some momentum here. 9-3 is the score as Neva Kokesh goes behind the line. Her first of the night sends it over. That's set up. Now Raiders try to set up a play. That's number 7, Ava Martella with the attempt. And Ava Martella is going to get the point for the Raiders. Now 10-3 here in set number 1. Going behind the line for her first serve, Olivia Trumley. Trumley with the serve. Swanson sets it up. That's going to be Scrine. Now sending it over, trying to aim for that back corner. Not enough trajectory. And looks like Ava Johnson's attempt that got blocked stays on the Broncos side. So that's going to be a kill and a point for the Raiders. 11-3 as Trumley, Olivia Trumley, once again goes behind the line. Her serve, oh, great!
Right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Hey, we are working in again with a low dig by Bastarab, and that's going to lead to Piper Tomczyk with the attempt over the net. No good. Now it's going to be Ava Johnson with the attempt, and that's going to be a little too low, bouncing off the net. Point for the Broncos as they're trying to get some momentum off coming out of the timeout. So now 18-8, Broncos trailing as they're going to sub in number 14, Charlie Swanson, to go behind the line for the serve. Broncos looking to make a big comeback here in set number 1. Swanson sends it to the libero, Chloe Trumley. Now that's going to be number 16, Ari Johnson with the attempt. No good. Now instead, after the Broncos get it over, that was number 17, Lydia Schwartz with the attempt. No good. Just a little too low, bouncing off the net. So now 9-18. Charlie Swanson once again going behind the line, hoping to keep the comeback rolling for the Broncos. She sends it a beeline straight to the libero, and Raiders, great job recovering, just getting Raba bouncing it off the top of the net and over the blockers. Miscommunication leads to a point for the Broncos. Now 15-22. Broncos climbing back slowly but surely as Neva Kokesh once again behind the line, her 4th serve of the day. Running start, she's going to send a beeline straight to number 7, Martella. And Raiders, they're going to have to settle with just us recovering. Lola Wade, even though she ended up falling over, she still gets the bump. And now Broncos, they just have to pass it over. Now Ava Johnson hoping to get the equalizer. Broncos with the high bump. And now just hit. And Swanson, great effort trying to just position herself in a way to send the ball over, but unable to get the correct angle, so that ends up being a point for the Raiders as they take it back and hope to seal it away. 23-15. Two more will take set number 1 for them as number 6, Olivia Trumbley, goes behind the line. She gets the ace, and now 24-15. And this could be the last serve of set number 1. Swanson sets it up for Chesney Skrine, and she's going to put a little too much power and a little too much height behind that attempt. And that's going to be an error and a point, the final point, for the Raiders. And so they're going to take set number 1. And so now Broncos, they're looking to reload and hope to come back in set number 2 stronger than ever. And we're going to go into a quick break as we get ready for set number 2. Raiders take set number 1, 15-25. Broncos looking to stay in this one with a win in set number 2 here on Lakes Country 104.1, KSCM, and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, Corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
To the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Getting ready for set number 2, just about underway. Raiders take set number 1, 15-25. And Raiders, they're going to get the first serve of set number 2. Broncos are hoping to make a big comeback and recover where they had stumbled in set number 1. I think a lot of it was just the simple mistakes that really got them. But I think they have a great shot at still being able to pull off a win in today's match. The buzzer goes off, signaling the start of set number 2. They bring in Lola Wade and Hay, the libero for the Broncos, as well as Chloe Trumbley, the libero of the Raiders. Again, Raiders are going to get first serve in today. One of the big players for the Raiders was number 16, Ari Johnson, and she is also going to be the one serving first for the Raiders in today's match. And her first serve is going to go beeline straight to the Broncos. And a high bump. Now it's Tom Zach, 50-50 ball. Swenson just sends it over. Now the Raiders are going to try and set something up. That was Ava Johnson sending it over. Now Haley Swenson sets it over. And it looks like they're going to give the point. The judge said 2 hits against the Broncos. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. 1-0 as they take another early lead. Ari Johnson, once again behind the line. This will be her 11th serve of the match. She sends it straight to Lola Wade with the high bump. Swanson over to Neva Kokesh with a running start. And Neva Kokesh gets the point for the Broncos, halting the Raiders in their tracks. Raiders, they thought for a second that it might go out of bounds, so they just let it fly, and that ended up landing right between 2 of them. And led to a point for the Broncos as Lola Wade goes behind the line. Her 4th serve of the night. First of the set. That attempt was by number 17, Lydia Schwartz. Now it's Neva Kokesh with her own attempt for the Broncos. Raiders, they get their own attempt. Ava Johnson going up, and it looked like they called a double hit against the setter, so Ava Johnson a little disappointed. She had a running start. She's been having a lot of very powerful attempts. Lola Wade, serve number 5 for her. Now that's Schwartz with the attempt over the net. Grasshorn sets it up for Kokesh, who just sends it over. Now it's the Raiders trying to set up their own play. That's Ava Johnson, and so much power, and a little too much power as that goes over the back line. Now it's the Broncos with a 3-1 lead here in set number 2. PSA sponsoring the scoreboard updates as the game goes on. Lola Wade looks like she was aiming for the left, and Raiders just barely able to get it over the net. Now it's the Broncos as Grasshorn gets the attempt. Now it's Ava Johnson bouncing off the net and stays on the Raiders side. So now they're trying. Ava Johnson goes right back to her another attempt. Broncos having to settle with just passing it over as the Raiders set it up for Ava Johnson once more. And it looks like they're going to give the point to the Raiders. I'm assuming a Bronco had accidentally stepped over the line. So now it's going to be 3-2. Broncos in the lead. Raiders hoping to recover as Chloe Trumbley gets ready for her 5th serve of the night. First of the set. Swanson sets it up for, and Grasshorn just going to pass it over. Now it's the Raiders setting it up. Once again, you guessed it, for Ava Johnson. Grasshorn over to Kokesh. Kokesh unable to get into a position for the attempt, so she's just going to send it over. Now Ava Johnson, once again, this time a little too low on her attempt, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. Off the error, Ava Johnson has been a menace for the Broncos in that first set. Now Neva Kokesh behind the line, her 5th of the night, and a little too low because she accidentally hit her teammate Lauren Basaraba in the back of the head, and so that's going to be a point for the. I'm sorry. Basaraba doing a good job, just laughing it off. She knew it was an accident. The serve was by number 6, Olivia Trumbley. Now Raiders, they're going to get in the attempt. They set it up. That's going to be number 9 with Gianna Martella. And so Broncos, they're going to just send it over. Now Ava Johnson trying to go for a kind of a Superman punch kind of attempt, but it looked like the angling was a little too awkward, so that ends up hitting the net. Point for the Broncos, so 5-3, and ironically, number 5, Lauren Basaraba, or no, Peyton Grasshorn, is going to be back to serve. She sends it over net. Now Trumbley sets it up. Now it's going to be Chesley Scrine with an attempt that is blocked, and luckily for the Broncos, it goes out of bounds, so that is a point for the Broncos after the blocked ball goes out of bounds. So Grasshorn, once again, getting ready for the serve behind the line. She sends it over. 6-3, your score. PSA sponsoring these scoreboard updates. Trombley sets it up. That's going to be number 9, Gianna Martella with the attempt. Blocked, but Raiders able to recover. No point for the Broncos just yet. And sneaky move by Trombley, trying to just set it over, catch the Broncos off guard. Chesley Scrine with the attempt, and she's going to get the point. Broncos now extend to a 7-3 lead in set number 2. So now, once again, Grasshorn behind the line for the Broncos. 7-3 your score. She sends it over a beeline straight to Ava Johnson. Trombley sets it up for Johnson, and it looks like they're going to say point for the Broncos after the infraction was called by the judge. So Grasshorn getting ready for serve number 4 as they have a 8-3 lead. Broncos having a full head of steam in this second set. Now that's going to be number 5, Subcheck, getting the attempt over, and she's going to get the point for the Raiders. And they're going to slow down the Broncos' momentum for just a moment as Ava Johnson goes behind the line, her second serve of the night. And high jump in the absolute beeline, and Neva Kokesh. Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just passing it over. And now it's the Raiders. They're going to set up a play. This is going to be number 10. You guessed it, Ava Johnson with the attempt. And an unlucky bump by Basaraba will be a point for the Raiders. Johnson with the kill. And it's also going to be Johnson with the serve. 8-5. And that's going to be an ace for Ava Johnson. So now the Raiders have a 2-point deficit ahead of them. 6-8. Johnson hoping to continue to whittle down that lead that the Broncos built up, and it looks like she's going to get another ace. Broncos, they were thinking it was going to be out of bounds, so they let it go, and it looks like that for once they shouldn't have listened to the song by Elsa from Frozen. Johnson sends it over, her fifth serve. Broncos able to recover after an awkward bounce off the ceiling, so they're just going to have to settle with passing over. Now it's going to be number 5, and that was McKenna Subcheck. It looked like she was trying to get a one-handed set over the net, just trying to catch the Broncos off guard, but it ended up staying on the Raiders side of the net, so Broncos get the point. 9-7 as Chesney Skrine serves it. Raiders, running start for Ava Johnson. She sends it straight to Chesney Skrine. And Chesney Skrine, while she was able to get the hit ends up bouncing off the ceiling and catching the Broncos off guard. So Raiders get it right back, 9-8, as McKenna Subcheck goes behind the line for her first serve of the night. She sends it beeline straight to Neva Kokesh. Now it's Grasshorn setting it up. This is going to be Rasmussen. And Raiders, they recover, so they're just going to pass it over. Rasmussen to Grasshorn, over to Tomzak, and their Broncos just going to pass it right back. Now, the Raiders, they're going to go for the attempt. That was number 9, Martella, and it looks like Raiders, they're going to manage to get the point after a 50-50 ball between the two teams. And so McKenna Subcheck is going to get ready for serve number 2 on the night and of the set. All tied up, 9-9. PCA, your sponsor for these scoreboard updates. Piper Tomzak with the attempt, and that's going to be blocked by the Raiders. And great effort by number 6, Olivia Trumley, but unable to get it over the net. And so that's going to be a point for the Broncos now, as number 9, Lauren Basaraba, goes behind the line, getting ready for the serve. 10-9 your score, as Basaraba sends it over. A low serve, low dig. And Raiders, they're going to just have to pass it, just send it over. Great recovery, as the ball I think it bounced off the ceiling twice. And Piper Tomzak's attempt ends up bouncing off the net and leading to an error. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. Tied once again, 10-all. And that's going to be number 9, Gianna Martella, serving for the Raiders. Broncos, they just passed it over. Now it's the Raiders. They're going to set it up for number 16, Ari Johnson. And Broncos, after the ball gets bumped out of bounds, is going to get the point. And they're going to sub in number 14, Charlie Swanson, to serve. They have a 1-point lead here in set number 2. So Charlie Swanson's hoping to make it a 2-point lead with this upcoming serve, her 6th of the night, and I believe first of the set. Swanson, she's going to send it over, a beeline straight to the back row. Now it's going to be the Raiders setting it up, and Broncos may be able to recover. Basaraba able to get the pass over. Now Raiders once again going for another attempt. That was number 17, Lydia Schwartz. Now it's Grasshorn sending it over, and we're going to get an infraction called against the Raiders. So that's going to be a point for the Broncos. Now 12-10. Broncos getting that 2-point lead that they were hoping for. And now Charlie Swanson's maybe thinking, hey, let's try and make it a 3-point lead now. Here in set number 2. Swanson, she serves it over. That's going to be a low dig. Great effort by the libero, Chloe Trumley of the Raiders. And another great dive. That time it was Ava Johnson. Now Ari Johnson sends it over. Broncos was just trying to send it over. And Tomzak, a moment of hesitation, thinking that the ball might go over the net. But ends up being a fatal mistake. Or I guess not fatal, but it ends up being a point for the Raiders. And now it's Ari Johnson behind the line. Her 12th serve of the night, and that's going to be a little too low, a beeline that bounces off the net. So now Broncos get the point 13-11, as Lola Wade is going to go behind the line for her 7th of the night. Lola Wade with the serve. She sends it straight to the midline, and now this is going to be Ava Johnson with a running start, and somehow Lola Wade lucked out. Her bump ended up going over the net and staying in bounds, so now Broncos stay in play. Swanson's going to try and set it over the net, and what a play by Grasshorn, recovering and getting it over, so that way the Broncos can stay in the play. This volley continues. Ava Johnson with the attempt, and that was a block by Ava Johnson that gets the point for the Raiders. Now 13-12, and it'll be the libero, Chloe Trumley, going behind the line as the Raiders are trying to tie it up once more. 12-13, Raiders serve. Swanson, she's going to set it up, and that goes a little too far as it goes over the net. And it looks like they're going to say point for the Raiders, as I guess I think Chesney Scrine was a little too far over the line. So Trombley is now going to hope to serve for the point that gets them the lead. Chesney Scrine with the attempt, and it looks like that's going to be on the line. Bronco point. Chesney Scrine with the kill. As this is now a 14-13 game, both teams neck and neck, neither one able to get a mile out of an inch. As Neva Kokish goes behind the line, she gets a running start on her serve, sends it straight to the libero, and that's going to be a high bump, and Raiders are going to settle with just passing it over. Swanson sets it up. This is going to be Chesney Scrine. Looked like she was about to try and go for a bit of a step, trying to step into it. Now Ava Johnson with the running start, and that's going to be off the top of the net, over the blockers, and out of bounds. So point for the Broncos. They once again get back to a 2-point lead as Neva Kokesh goes behind the line once more. So 15-13 your score. PCA sponsoring these scoreboard updates, and they have been happening quite often. Greenway Raiders, it looks like we're getting Ava Johnson having a couple questions for the judge. And I think now it is settled. So now Neva Kokesh is going to be taking her serve. She sends it over close to the back line, but just inbounds that the Raiders aren't going to take any chances. And Ava Johnson with the attempt. Oh my gosh, this lady is scary as she gets the kill. And now 15-14, Raiders once again back to serve. They're going to send number 6, Olivia Trumley, behind the line to try and get the comeback started for the Raiders. Neva Kokesh with the receive. Then Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just passing it over. Raiders, they're going to set up for Ava Johnson. You guessed it. She's blocked, but Broncos still having to send it over. Chesney Scrine now sending it. And some miscommunication among the Raiders after the high bump by Olivia Trumley leads to a Bronco point. Now 16-14 Broncos, they needing to hold on to this 1-point lead. Peyton Grasshorn hoping to maybe extend that lead as she goes behind the line. Her 5th serve of the night. Once again, 16-14 you score. Low dig, great effort by Trumley, the libero. It looks like that's going to be a double hit called against number 9 by Gianna Martella, and that's going to be a timeout called by the Raiders. Once again, these timeouts are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls for a home that is professionally cleaned all year round. Go Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take good care of you. Second set, Broncos leading 7-14. We'll be back after a quick 30-second break.
Do your high rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSEM. Yours truly, Argus Schmidt, with the live call of this Broncos versus Raiders game. Peyton Grasshorn getting ready for serve number 6. Broncos in a 3-point lead against the Raiders, 17-14. Raiders hoping to recover. They're going to set it out. That's going to be number 7 from the back line, Ava Martella with the attempt. Now it's going to be Chesney Scrine for the Broncos with the attempt. And it looked like that might have been tipped by a blocker, and so that changed the trajectory. Olivia Tremblay unable to adjust in time, so Broncos get the point off of Scrine's attempt and kill. And now it's 18-14. Grasshorn once again with the serve from behind the line. That's going to be set up for number 5, McKenna Subcheck. Broncos, they're probably going to have to settle with just sending it over. Now it's going to be Raiders with another chance at getting the point. Blocked attempt by Gianna Martella. Great low dig by Trumley, the libero. Now it's Ava Johnson, you guessed, with the attempt. Broncos somehow able to rally and get it over the net, so this play continues. Neither team wanting to give up a point. Rasmussen, she sets it over the net. Now the Raiders, they're going to set it up once again for Ava Johnson, and her attempt is a little too low, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos off the error. So now 19-14. What a rally by both teams. That was insane. High energy, high efforts by both sides of the net. And And Grasshorn's serve is going to be a little too low, bouncing off the net, so an error will give the Raiders the point and the serve. 19-15 as Ava Johnson goes behind the line for her 6th serve of the night. She has 2 aces already, and that's going to be a very heavy serve, and that's going to be number 5, McKenna Subcheck. And it looks like the ref is going to say a foul against Subcheck. I'm guessing the ref is saying that she ended up being a little too far over the net, or maybe she hit the net when she had the block. And so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. So now 20-15, Chesley Scrine behind the line, her 3rd serve of the night. Raiders really wanting to recover. That's Ari Johnson with the attempt, and a little too much power as that goes over the back line. Point for the Broncos, now 21-15. Broncos, they have found their mojo in this one. Chesley Scrine, serve number 4. Beeline straight to Ava Johnson. Now it's going to set up, that's Ari Johnson with the attempt. Broncos recover. This is going to be Piper Tomzak who's going to get the pass over. Raiders, they're going to have to settle with miscommunication, it looked like, as the libero Chloe Trumley and Ari Johnson both tried to go for the bump to try and pass it over, and the ball ended up going in the wrong direction. So point for the Broncos, 22-15, and that was another timeout called by Casey Richards, the head coach of this Raiders squad. And once again, these timeouts are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. We're going to go into another 30-second break, and we'll be back after this.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The Raiders looking to try and recover. It is now 22-16 behind the line. Number 5 for the Raiders, McKenna Subcheck with the serve, hoping to make the comeback. Piper Tomzak looked like she was about to try and go for the attempt. Instead, she just passes it over. Now it is the Raiders with the attempt. That was number 9, Gianna Martella, and she was a little upset that they called it out of bounds as the Broncos get the point. And so now behind the line for the Broncos, hoping to lead their team to victory with 2 more points on the line. Number 9, Lauren Bassaraba, her 3rd serve. And Piper Tomzak able to get the point off the attempt. So that is the Broncos with set point right here. 24-16 on the verge of taking set number 2 here in dramatic fashion. Bassaraba hoping to with the serve. Could be the last serve of the set. Neva Kokesh sets up. Grasshorn over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen, her attempt no good. So now it's going to be the Raiders setting something up. That's Schwartz who just sends it over. Now Grasshorn once again setting up. This time for Piper Tomzak. That goes straight to the libero Trumley. Now it's Ari Johnson with the attempt. And Broncos unable to rally in time. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. Ari Johnson on the attempt. So now 17-24, Broncos needing 1 point, and Raiders needed to have multiple perfect serves in a row. Gianna Martella with the serve, and that was Neva Kokesh with the kill, getting the point, and taking set number 2 for the Broncos. And so now we're going to go into set number 3. Broncos winning set 2, 25-17. Now we're going to get ready for set number 3 here at International Falls High School. Broncos versus Raiders. Getting ready. I am pumped. I'm getting super juiced right now. This is getting fun. And so we're going to be back after a quick break and get ready for set number 3 here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSCM and you're at a live event.com.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high-rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
About to be underway. Both teams have a win apiece here as we enter set number 3, so both teams are needing 2 more wins to take the match tonight here at Industrial Falls High School. Once again, we're live for the Rainy River Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSCM and YourLiveEvent.com. Raiders versus Broncos, and no, this ain't the NFL. This is high school volleyball. Broncos are going to start with the serve here in set number 3, and they're hoping to start with on the right foot. Once again, Raiders took set number 1, 15-25, and then Broncos ended up responding by taking set number 2, 25-17. Now it's Charlie Swanson hoping to start her team correct with the first serve. She sends it straight over, and Raiders, they're probably going to settle. And Ari Johnson, great job sending it over the net. Now it's Neva Kokish with the attempt that is blocked. That was number 17 and number 6, Olivia Trumbley and Lydia Schwartz of the Raiders getting the block and the point. So Raiders shed first blood 1-0 as Ari Johnson, has the first serve, and this one a little too much power on it, goes out of bounds. So Broncos get the point right back. 1-1 the score. Lola Wade starting the serve off for the Broncos. Her first of the set, 8th of the night. She sends it straight to number 7, Ava Martella. And that attempt by Schwartz a little too low, bouncing off the net, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. As Wade once again goes behind the line, 9th serve for her, 2-1. Your score here at set number 3, and that's going to be an ace for Lola Wade. Some miscommunication among the Raiders leads to the Broncos now getting a 2-point lead here in set number 3. Lola Wade going for serve number 10. She's now in the double digits for serving tonight. She sends it straight to the Raiders. And now it's going to be Ava Johnson responding, bouncing out the top of the net. Broncos trying to recover, and miscommunication. Two Broncos unable to figure out who's going to get the third hit, because you don't want to risk getting 4 hits, and that's going to be a point for the Raiders off of Ava Johnson's kill. And now Chloe Trumbley, the libero, serves it and sends it over. Broncos, they're just going to have to pass it over. And now, instead of Ava Johnson, that was number 5, McKenna Subcheck, with the attempt over the net. And it looks like that's going to be out of bounds, called by the line judge. So Broncos get the point now 4-2. As Neva Kokish goes back behind the line. Her 8th serve of the night. Low dig. Raiders, they're going to have to settle for just passing it over. Now the Broncos, they're going to try and go for the attempt. Swanson sets it up for Basaraba, who sends it straight to the libero, Trumbley. Now it's Ava Johnson. For a second, looked like she was trying to go for the attempt. Instead, has to settle for the bump. Chesley Scrine sends it over, but that's going to be too much power. Hitting it a little too high as that goes over the back line. Point for the Raiders. So now 4-3 as number 6, Olivia Trumbley, is behind the line. She serves it. That is her 9th serve of the night. As the Broncos, looks like the Broncos, they're going to be called for a double hit, so that's going to be a point for the Raiders. 4-4 apiece. Teams tied up. PCA sponsoring your scoreboard updates. Olivia Trumbley goes for serve number 10, sends it straight to the Broncos. That's Grasshorn with the attempt, and that's going to be just in front of Trumbley. Grasshorn gets the point for the Broncos, retaking the lead. So now International Falls once again getting the serve back. It is also going to be Grasshorn serving after just now getting the kill. And Raiders, they're going to set it up. Ava Johnson just sets it over. Now Grasshorn sets it up. That's Basaraba with the attempt. No good. Ava Johnson, high bump over to her teammate. Raiders just going to have to pass it over. Lola Wade with the receive. Now Chesley Scrine sends it over, and that's going to be just short enough. Inbounds, Chesley Scrine with the kill and the point for the Broncos. That is her 4th of the night as Grasshorn once again goes back behind the line. She is now in the double digits for serving with 10. This one being her 10th. Grasshorn sends it over. Chesley Scrine making the judgment call and going for the block. Now Raiders just having to settle with passing it over. And that's Basaraba with the attempt. High bump. Raiders needed to adjust. And great recovery by Ava Johnson as the Raiders pass it over to the Broncos. Now Grasshorn sets it up. That's Rasmussen with the attempt. Bouncing off one of the Raiders' blockers. And Cameron Rasmussen gets the point for the Broncos as they now extend to a 7-4 lead. Grasshorn, serve number 11. Low dig. Raiders, great job recovering as they keep the play alive. Now it's Chesley Scrine with the attempt, and that's going to be an unlucky bump by the Raiders. Leads to a point for the Broncos. Chesley Scrine with the kill. That is her 5th of the night, and so Grasshorn keeping her hot streak going. Serve number 12 on its way. Once again, Broncos with a 4-point lead, 8-4. PCA, thank you so much for sponsoring these scoreboard updates because I'm giving a lot of them right now. And that's going to be number 7, Him Martella with the attempt. Chesley Scrine trying to dunk it over. High bump. Lola Wade going to give it over to Basaraba, who just passed it over. Now it's the Raiders setting up a play. This is Ava Johnson, who is blocked by Chesley Scrine and Cameron Rasmussen. So Broncos now extended to a 9-4 lead here in set number 3. Grasshorn once again with the serve behind the line. She gets the whistle. She sends it over. That's going to be a beeline straight to Johnson. Now that's going to be number 9. Martella sending it over. Now it's Basaraba with the attempt and the kill. Lauren Basaraba extends the Broncos lead now 10-4 here in set number 4, and we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Richards of the Raiders, and that is her first charge timeout of set number 3. And we're going to go to a break but real quick, let me let you know these timeouts are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. We'll be back after a quick 30-second break.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
On Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and YourLiveEvent.com, Broncos lead 10-4, and they are keeping the momentum going as Grasshorn gets ready for serve number 14 for her tonight. So Grasshorn sends it over. That's going to be just a looked like for a second it was going to be an error bouncing off the net, but it gets the correct kind of bounce that goes onto the Raiders side, and the Raiders aren't able to adjust in time. So that's a point for the Broncos and an ace for Grasshorn. She tries to go for another ace. Raiders, they're going to have to pass it over. Now Lola Wade, she's going to get the receive. This is Basaraba, a little too much power behind that attempt. That goes over the back line. Raiders finally get a break as they get the point off of Basaraba's attempt. So now it's going to be Ava Johnson serving for the Raiders, hoping to start a huge comeback for them in set number 3. This is Grasshorn setting up for Chesley Scrine, and great dig by the Raiders. Now Ava Johnson with another attempt. This one a little too low, bouncing off the net. So that's going to be a point for the Broncos. Now 12-5 as Chesley Scrine gets ready for serve number 5 for her tonight. Low receive by Ava Johnson. Broncos now, they're going to set it up. This is going to be Piper Tomczak with the attempt, and her attempt a little too low. So that's going to be an error and a point for the Raiders. Now 12-6. Raiders, they're going to put it on McKenna Subcheck's shoulders to try and start the comeback for this Raiders team. And that's going to be a low receive, and Broncos having to settle with just passing it over. Now the Raiders, they're going to set it up. That's going to be number 9, Hein Martella with the attempt. Broncos just passing it over once again. Now this is Ari Johnson, and it looks like her attempt a little too low. Unable to get over the net, and that's going to be a point for the Broncos off of the error. And this is going to be number 9, Lauren Basaraba, her 5th serve of the night. This is going to be Schwartz with the attempt, and Lydia Schwartz trying to answer right back. She gets the point for the Raiders. So now 13-7, and they're going to send number 9, Gianna Martella, behind the line for the serve. That's a high bump by the Broncos. Now Grasshorn sets it up for Neva Kokesh, and that's going to be the receive by Ari Johnson. And an unlucky set, trying to set up a play for Schwartz, but Schwartz unable, a little too far is the distance on the set. Schwartz isn't able to get there in time, so Broncos get the point. 14-7, they're going to sub in number 14, Charlie Swenson, who's going to take her 14th serve. That is a lot of 14s I'm hearing right now. She gets the whistle that gives her the go-ahead to serve. Swenson, she's going to send it over, and that's going to be a little too high and a little too much power. I think she got a little too excited because of this momentum that the Broncos built up. So now 14-8 the score as number 16, Ari Johnson, goes behind the line. Her 14th serve of the night. Another 14, you guys. High bump by a little weight. Gets lost in the ceiling. Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just passing it over, so that way they don't get into a panic. Now that's Ava Johnson with the attempt. And great receive by Swenson, but sadly Charlie Swenson's receive will go over the net and then over the line. Point for the Raiders. Ava Johnson, the mastermind behind that point. And it is Ari Johnson with the serve, her 15th of the night. Broncos, they're going to just have to settle with passing it over. Low dig, sets it up. This is going to be number 17, Schwartz. And Schwartz gets the kill and the point for the Raiders. Now 14-10, a 4-point deficit. Raiders hoping to continue to crawl back here in set number 3. Serve number 16 for number 16. Ari Johnson sends it over. Low dig by Lola Wade sends it right back over the net. Now this is going to be set up for, once again, Schwartz, and Broncos unable to recover in time. That is a point for the Broncos and a kill for Lydia Schwartz. As Ari Johnson gets ready for serve number 17. 14-11 is your score. P6 spots the scoreboard update. Her serve bounced out the top of the net, stays on the Broncos side. Grasshorn, she's going to send it over. Now it's the Raiders. They're going to set up a play. This is Ava Johnson. And looks like that's going to be inbounds. Called inbounds. A little bit of disbelief by the Broncos side of the net, but that is a point for the Raiders. 14-12. And they have crawled back from what at one point was a 7-point deficit to now a 2-point deficit. Ari Johnson, the leader in this comeback. Broncos looks like for a second recovering after it bounced off the ceiling. And so Broncos, they keep the play alive. Now it's Ava Johnson hoping to end the play once more. And great reaction by Grasshorn. Now it's the Raiders reacting. Broncos, they're going to set up a play. This is going to be Grasshorn with the attempt, sending it over, and an unlucky bump gives Grasshorn the kill, and the Broncos the point. As we now have a 15-12 game. Broncos, they make a quick substitution, bringing in number 21, Chesney Skrine, and Lola Wade. She's going to get ready for her serve, her 11th serve of the night. 15-12 as Lola Wade sends it over. Raiders set it up. That's Ava Johnson, and it looks like her attempt had the right intention, but it went a little too far outside and goes out of bounds. So Broncos get the point now, 16-12. Lola Wade, serve number 12, underway as we continue play, and that's going to be an ace for Lola Wade, her second ace of the night, as that serve goes just in front of the Raiders defense, who aren't able to dive in time. So now 17-12 is the score. Broncos finding that head of steam once more as Lola Wade, she gets to serve over to the Raiders. They set it up. This is going to be Schwartz with the attempt, and Schwartz not the same luck, and that's going to be Ava Johnson trying to get a quick play, quick kill off, and that's going to go out of bounds, and we're going to get another timeout called by the Raiders. This is the second and final charge timeout of set number 3 for the Raiders, called by Coach Richards, and we're going to go into another 30-second break, and we'll be back on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and YourLiveEvent.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box on Lake Central 104.1 KSDM and YourLiveEvent.com. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you in your own backyard. Rainy River Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Broncos leading 19-12 here in set number 3, looking to try and get their second win of the match. Swanson, she's going to just set it over. Now it's Ava Johnson with the attempt. Broncos defense recovering, blocked by Schwartz. Broncos able to get it over the net. Now this rally continues. Chesney Skrine, she's going to get the go-ahead attempt over the net. Chesney Skrine gets the point. Now the Broncos are in the 20s. They are 5 points away from taking set number 3, 20-12. And the Raiders are going to make a quick substitution. They bring in Olivia Trumbley, number 6, the frontliner. Lola Wade gets ready for serve number 14. Beeline, and great reaction by number 3, Sophia Danucci. For a second, it looked like it might have gone out of bounds, but Danucci knew it was going to save him out. Neva Kokesh for the attempt. A little too much power. Might have gotten a little too excited as that goes over the back line. Point for the Raiders. And now it's going to be the libero, Chloe Trumbley, going behind the line. Her 9th serve of the night. Sends it over to the Broncos side of the net. Swanson, she sets it up. This is number 5, Grasshorn. It looks like they're going to call a double hit against Swanson on the set. So Raiders get the point, 20-14 now. 6-point deficit for the Raiders as Trumbley once again gets ready. She's in the double digits for serves. Her 10th of the night. Swanson sets it up. This is number 5, Grasshorn with the attempt. Blocked, and so Chesney Skrine sends it over. Now it's the Raiders trying to get the play off. That's Grasshorn once again, and Raiders trying to recover, and Peyton Grasshorn gets the point for the Broncos. Now 21-14. Leading here in set number 3, Neva Kokesh goes behind the line. Her 9th serve tonight. It's going to be set up. This is Ava Johnson with the attempt, but that goes a little too low, bouncing off the net. So point for the Broncos, 22-14. And Neva Kokesh, she's now in the double digits for serving, as this will be her 10th serve underway. And that's going to be right in front. Great receive by Chloe Trumbley. Now it's the Raiders with the point from number 5, McKenna Subcheck. So now Raiders continuing to try and keep the hope alive, 22-15 now. As number 6, Olivia Trumley serves it from behind the line, her 11th of the night. Broncos, they're going to pass it over. Now Raiders, they're going to set a play out. This is going to go to number 9, Gianna Martella. It looks like that could going to be a little too high of a trajectory, too much power on the attempt, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. Now 23-15, Peyton Grasshorn goes behind the line. Peyton Grasshorn. Her 16th serve, that's going to be off the net, so an error gives the point to the Raiders. Now 23-16, as number 10, Ava Johnson, goes back behind the line. Getting ready, hoping to lead her team to victory in a big comeback in set number 3. Looks like they're actually going to sub in number 11, Haley Kilduff, to serve for the Raiders. So Haley Kilduff, this is going to be her first serve of the night. Big third set, and she's going to get an ace off her very first serve. It looked like the awkward bounce off the top of the net had left Rasmussen in an awkward position where she couldn't get the right kind of bump, so ends up bumping off her biceps instead of her forearms. And so Broncos able to receive it. That's going to be another ace. Looked like Haley Kilduff is like a secret serving weapon for the Raiders coming off the bench. So now 23-18, 2 aces in a row for Kilduff off of 2 serves. Once again, 23-18. Kilduff hoping to go for ace number 3. Lola Wade's receive goes over the net. So now it's the Raiders setting it up. That's Ari Johnson. 50-50 ball, and the Raiders are going to win the 50-50. That was number 5, McKenna Subcheck, on the play, getting the point for the Raiders. Now 23-19. Raiders slowly but surely crawling back, trying to make a comeback, and so we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Hall of the Broncos. Her first charge timeout of this third set. And this timeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take great care of you. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back on Lakes Country 104.1 KSCM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, Corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Remember to check out our full-service deli and bakery departments, Super One Foods, located on Highway 1171 in International Falls.
First home, growing family, cabin on the lake, a good time. Purchase that home you've been dreaming about. Open the door to
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
To 19 the score. Raiders hoping to try and recover. This is the set match. Broncos trying to end it right here. That's going to be number 8, Tomzak. And Piper Tomzak gets the kill and the set point. 25-19. Broncos win set number 3. They now have a 2-1 lead over the Raiders after what almost looked like a comeback for the Raiders. And so, hey, we're going to go to a quick break and get ready for set number 4. Broncos leading in this one 2-1, and they need another win here in set number 4 in order to take the match. And so stay tuned here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSCM and YourLiveEvent.com.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
And also, thank you and welcome to those of you watching on YourLiveEvent.com. Broncos lead going into set number 4, 2-1 over the Raiders. They got the win in set number 3, 25-19, halting the Raiders and making a comeback in that set. And Raiders, they ended up taking set number 1, 15-25, and then the Broncos responded by taking sets 2 and 3, first 25-17, and as I just said, taking set number 3, 25-19. And so now the Raiders, they're going to get the first serve in this upcoming 4th set. And so they're going to need to make some big plays. They're going to need to take a quick lead in order to try and keep the Broncos from winning this match, because this could be the 4th and final match unless the Raiders can force a 5th set. So we're getting ready. There's the buzzer signaling, letting us know, hey, let's get underway. It's game time. It is showtime. Raiders, like I said, they're going to serve first here. It's going to be Ari Johnson with her 19th serve of the night. She has been one of the strongest servers for this Raiders team, as she is just one serve away from the 20s. And starting off strong, Ari Johnson immediately trying to go for the ace, and first serve for Ari Johnson will be an ace. So Raiders, they're going to get the first point of set number 4, 1-0, and hoping to continue keeping this momentum. I'm riding it on the aces as Johnson serves it, her 20th serve, and that's going to be out of bounds, so an error gives the Broncos a point immediately. So now tied back up 1-1. As the Broncos, they quickly sub in number 21, Chesley Scrine. Lola Wade is going to take the serve for the Broncos. She leads this She's one of the leaders in serving for this Broncos team with 2 aces. This is her 15th serve. She sends it over. That's going to be set up. That was number 6, the frontliner Olivia Trombley, trying to set a play. She sets it up now. That's Schwartz. And Schwartz gets the point for the Raiders, taking it right back from the Broncos. Her 6th of the night. Now the Broncos take the lead 2-1 as their libero, number 8, Chloe Trombley, goes back behind the line for her 11th serve of the night. I can't count, apparently. Trombley sends it right over. This is going to be Swanson setting it up. That's Grasshorn with the attempt. And a little too much height, a little too much power as that goes over the back line. So point for the Raiders as they now extend to a 3-1 lead. Trombley, serve number 12. She sends it right back to Lola Wade. Now Swanson's going to set it up. This is time. It's going to be Chesley Scrine with the attempt, bouncing it off the top of the net. That's going to soften the blow and allow Ava Johnson the chance. And Ava Johnson with the attempt, and somehow the Broncos are able to get the bump right over, and an unlucky bump by the Raiders goes out of bounds. Point for the Broncos, 2-3, as Neva Kokesh gets ready to go behind the line and try and lead her team to tie it up and then reclaim the lead that they worked so hard to gain. Kokesh with the serve goes straight to number 7, the backliner Ava Martella. Now it's going to be Ava Martella once again with the attempt, trying to send it right back. Chesley Scrine sets it over the blockers. Now it's going to be the Raiders who's just going to pass it over. Lola Wade with the receive. Swanson sets it up. That's going to be number 5, Grasshorn with the attempt. That goes straight to the libero with the receive. Now it's going to be Johnson with the attempt, received by Wade. And Chesley Sky, she kept her feet planted on that attempt over the net, trying to just pass it over. That's going to lead to a point for the Raiders as it bounces on the net. Chesley Sky probably had her feet a little too planted on that one. So point for the Raiders. Attempt by number 5, McKenna Subcheck. Oh no, by number 6, Olivia Trumley, ends up being an error. She looked like she was trying to aim for that left side, but ended up bouncing off the pole. So Broncos get the point, 3-4. And that's Peyton Grasshorn with her 17th serve of the night. She is one of the leaders for the Broncos in serving. Chesley Skrine sets it out. That's going to be number 9, Vass Robin. Looks like they're going to call a double hit against Skrine on the set. So Raiders get it right back. 5-3 the score as Ava Johnson goes behind the line for the Raiders. This is her 9th serve of the night. Actually, they're going to sub her out and bring in number 11, Haley Kildiff. And Kildiff has been a very successful server for this Raiders. This is only going to be her 4th serve, but she has 2 aces already. And that serve is going to go straight to Rasmussen. Now it's going to be Chesley Skrine with the attempt, and that goes over the back line. So the error by Skrine leads to a point for the Raiders, as they now extend to a 6-3 lead. PSA sponsoring the scoreboard updates as Kilduff gets ready for serve number 5 for herself tonight. And that's going to be straight to number 9, Bastrop. Now it's going to be Rasmussen with the attempt, and Rasmussen bouncing it off the blockers, but it looks like they're going to say an infraction against the Broncos. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. And you hate to see it after a really great play by Rasmussen. That could have been a point for the Broncos. But unfortunately, the penalty gives it to the Raiders. So Kildiff gets ready for her 6th serve of the night. 7-3, Raiders in the lead. Broncos, they're going to pass it over after a great recovery by the Broncos team. And now it's going to be the Raiders also going to have to pass it over. Lola Wade with the receive. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to be Bassett Robin with the attempt. Great sliding dive by Trombley, the libero, as the Raiders send it over. Now it's going to be the Broncos trying to go for the attempt. Chesley Skrine bouncing it off of the net and the blocker and gets the point. Now 4-7. Broncos getting ready for the serve as Chesley Skrine will go behind the line. They sub in number 8, Piper Tomzak. Once again, Broncos trailing 4-7, hoping to recover after the Raiders found a head of steam. Now it's going to be Ari Johnson trying to send it over. She ends up a little too low with her attempt, and that's going to be a point for the Broncos. 5-7. Chesley Skrine hoping to continue leading a big comeback early in set number 4. And that's going to be Tomzak with the point for the Broncos. She saw the 50-50 ball, so she decided to go for it. Full send, and now it is a 1-point game. Broncos trailing 6-7. Chesley Skrine, serve number 8 for her tonight. For number 21, she sends it beeline straight to Kildiff, the backliner. Now it's going to be Ari Johnson with a run-up. And Neva Kokesh trying to adjust, went for an awkward attempt, and that ends up being a point for the Raiders. She probably could have let that one go. It looked like he was probably going to go out of bounds. But either way, that's going to be a point for the Raiders as number 5, McKenna Subcheck gets to serve. This is going to be number 8, Piper Tomzak. And Piper Tomzak, for a second, it looked like it was going to be an awkward attempt by Tomzak because she was about to run up to the set, but then she had to stop herself and then go off her back foot with the attempt, and somehow it went over the net and across the net and put the Raiders in a position to where the Broncos got the point. And sadly, Grasshorn's serve will be off the net for an error, or Asaraba's serve will be off the net for an error. So now Raiders get the point right back. 7-9 as Ari Johnson sends it over. Now it's Rasmussen setting it up. Tomzak with the pass over. Now it's the Raiders. They're going to set up. This time it's going to be Schwartz with the attempt. And Schwartz looks like she kind of stooped. It looked like she was going for a heavy spike. Instead, she ends up getting a light tap over. And so it threw off Tomzak, who was attempting a block, and gave the Raiders the point. 10-7. As once again, it is Gianna Martella with the serve. Broncos, they're just going to have to settle with passing over. And the Raiders, they set it up. That's going to be Ari Johnson with the attempt. She was trying to go for that back corner, but it went a little too far, bouncing out of bounds. So that's going to be a point for the Broncos, now 8-10. And they're going to sub in number 14, Charlie Swanson, for number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. Swanson, she's going to take her 11th serve of the night. 8-10. Swanson hoping to lead a big comeback for the Broncos to reclaim the lead. She's going to set up. Ari Johnson sends it over. Awkward attempt, and somehow Broncos recovering. Bastraba just passes it over. Now it's going to be set up for Schwartz, and she sends it over the net into Bronco territory and gets the point. Lydia Schwartz with the kill for the Raiders. So now it is 8-11. And they're going to send number 16, Ari Johnson, behind the line. Her 21st serve of the night. A beeline just in front of Lola Wade, who was going for the receive. And that's going to be an ace and a point for the Raiders. So Ari Johnson hoping to continue extending the lead, keep the Broncos at arm's reach, and force that 5th set. 12-8, Raiders in the lead as Johnson sends it over to Bassaraba. Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just passing it over the net. Now the Raiders, they're going to try and set up a play. Great attempt by Subcheck, trying to just send it over. And Lola Wade, she had the right intention. She wasn't able to get the hit far enough to get it over the net. So that's going to be another point for the Raiders. 13-8 as Johnson goes back for serve number 22 for her tonight. Beeline straight to Wade, but Bastraba will get the receive. Now it's Tom Zach. It looks like they're going to call a double hit against Tom Zach as she tried to adjust in her attempt. And that's going to be 14-8 as Coach Hall of the Broncos calls a timeout. And these timeouts, as always, are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take great care of you. Broncos lead 2-1. Raiders lead the set 14-8. We'll be back after a quick 2-minute break, or 30-second break.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, Corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Set number 4 just about underway here. 14-8, the Raiders are leading, and Ari Johnson behind the line getting ready to try and extend that lead some more for her team and force a set number 5 as Broncos lead this series 2-1. Serve from Johnson goes straight to the libero, Lola Wade. Swanson sets it up. This is going to be Neva Kokish with the attempt, and she sends it straight to number 3, Sophia Danucci. And Danucci's set, it looked like it didn't go in the right trajectory that she was wanting it to go, as that becomes a point for the Broncos. Neva Kokish gets the kill. And now it's going to be number 10, the libero, Lola Wade, getting ready for serve number 16 for her tonight, hoping to lead the Broncos in the comeback. And that's a good start. Wait, never mind. I thought that it was a point, but Raiders, they recover, and they end up getting the receive. And so that's going to be a point for the Broncos, or a point for the Raiders, as Peyton Grasham went for the attempt and it ended up bouncing off the net. So 15-9, Raiders, great job on that play. For a second, it looked like it was an ace for Wade, but it ends up being just a point, and that's going to be an ace for Chloe Trumley, the libero for the Raiders. Great effort by Bassaraba from the back line, trying to dive for it, but Raiders extend 16-9 now. That's Bassaraba with the receive. Swenson sets it up. That's going to be Chesley Scrine who's going to hit it over. Now it's going to be Ava Johnson with her own attempt. Blocked, and great recovery by number 7, Ava Martella. Now it's going to be Neva Kokesh, and her attempt goes over the back line. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. Now 17-9. Raiders, they're coming away with a huge lead. Broncos needing to recover fast with everything they can get the win in the set and the match. Served by Trumley. Broncos trying to just pass it over as they stay in this game. Now it's going to be the Raiders. They're going to set it up for Ava Johnson, who's blocked, and Broncos, they somehow get the bump that sends it over the net. Now it's going to be Ava Johnson with another attempt. This one a little softer than the last time. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to be Chesley Skrine, and her attempt goes a little too wide to the left. Point for the Raiders, now 18-9. Off of Chesley Skrine's attempt. And once again, it is Trombley, serve number 15 for her. And that's going to be an ace. Broncos thinking it was going to be out of bounds, let it fly. But it looked like it was just close enough to the line that ends up being inbounds. So great job by Trombley. Raiders now have a 10-point lead, 19-9. And that time, she tried to pull off the same trick, but this serve goes over the line and out of bounds. So that's going to be an error, and Broncos get the point. Now 10-19, and it's going to be Neva Kokesh behind the line, hoping to lead her team in a big comeback because they're wanting to win this. They don't want to force a fifth set. Broncos, great effort by Peyton Grasshorn trying to get the kill over the net, but that's going to be an error. So now Raiders get it right back, 10-20. And now this is number 6, Olivia Trombley, behind the line for the serve. 5 more serves for the Raiders, and they could end this. Chesley Sky, she's going to get the serve blocked by number 5, McKenna Subcheck. And that's going to be a 21-10 lead for the Raiders. PCA sponsoring your scoreboard updates. Olivia Trombley behind the line, hoping to finish off the Broncos here in set 4 and force that 5th and final set. Chesley Sky, attempt blocked by the Raiders. Raiders, they're going to send it over. Swanson sends it over to Taylor. Now it's going to be Basaraba with the attempt. Great dive by the Raiders, and that's going to be Sky with the serve. And it looks like they're going to say an infraction against the Raiders. That's going to be the Broncos catching a break. They get the point, 11-21. And it looks like they're going to make a couple substitutions. They bring in number 18, Cameron Rasmussen, and number 5, Peyton Grasshorn. So Broncos, a 10-point deficit, needing a huge, huge rally to make a comeback. Grasshorn sends it back to the Raiders. Now this is going to be number 9, with the attempt, Gianna Martella. Now Broncos, they're going to set up for Chesley Skrine. And Chesley Skrine, she gets the point. 12-21 for the Broncos now. As Grasshorn, she gets ready for serve number 19 for her tonight. Grasshorn with the serve, sends it straight to the libero. Now it's going to be the Raiders. And looks like McKenna Subcheck, for a second, it looked like her attempt might end up being an error because she was going off the back foot, but it still went over the line. Broncos unable to recover. So now 22-12 for the Raiders as they're going to bring in Haley Kilduff for the serve. This is going to be her 7th of the night. She has been something of a serving weapon for this Raiders team as she sends a beeline straight to Rasmussen. Now it's going to be Grasshorn sending up back to Rasmussen. She sends it over the net. Raiders recover with the receive. Now it's going to be Ari Johnson. Attempt over the net. Now Grasshorn sets it back up. This is going to be Chesley Skrine this time. And Chesley Skrine's attempt is going to be inbounds. Point for the Broncos. Looked like Ari Johnson. She ended up moving out of the way thinking it might go out of bounds. But that ends up staying inbound. So now Chesley Skrine, she's also going to get the serve after getting the point for the Broncos. 13-22. Great attempt by Ari Johnson, but that is received by Neva Kokesh. It looks like they're going to call a double hit against the Broncos. So the Raiders, they get it right back. So 23-13. They're going to send McKenna Subcheck behind the line for the serve, hoping to lead her team to 2 more points and take set number 4. Really wanted to force that 5th set. Grasshorn sets it up, Lola Wade, and Lola Wade's hit looks like it was on more of her wrist than her palm, so that goes a little too low. Point for the Raiders, and McKenna Subcheck, she's going to get another serve, hoping this can be her last, and she's going to get the ace, and that's going to force a 5th and final set. This is overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Broncos and Raiders. Broncos lose it, set number 4. 13-25 Raiders. Great job, great effort by them, forcing the 5th set. Now the Broncos, they're going to need to dig in deep and find that mojo they found in sets 2 and 3 to take set number 5 incoming here on Lace Catcher 104.1 KSCMN, your live event.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Set number 5, just about underway. This is the 5th and final set of this matchup, Broncos and Raiders. Only one team can come away with a win. It is going to be 1st to 15. Broncos, they are going to get the serve to start set number 5. And so Broncos are going to need to try and get a strong first couple of serves from Charlie Swanson, who's going to be starting off the Broncos in this 5th set. Once again, it is 1st to 15 to win it all. Set number 5, Charlie Swanson sends it over. Raiders, they're going to set it up. This is going to be number 16, Ari Johnson with the attempt. Lola Wade with the high receive. And the Broncos, they're going to just get it over, and that's going to be number 6, Olivia Trumbly with the kill. Raiders, they take the first point of this 5th set, and every point counts as number 16, Ari Johnson, goes behind the line. She has over 20 serves tonight. And this first serve is going to be a little too low. I think she might have had a misstep on her run-up for the serve, and that as that goes under the net. So now Lola Wade, she's going to hope to lead the Broncos to getting a lead as it is tied 1-1. Sets out, this is going to be Ava Johnson with the attempt. Great receive by Basaraba. They're going to set it up, and that's going to be called double hit against the Broncos. So Raiders, they get the point now 2-1. PCA sponsoring these scoreboard updates. They're going to send their libero, Chloe Trumbly, behind the line for her 16th serve of the night. She has 2 aces. Lola Wade with the receive. Swanson sets it up. This is going to be Scrine with the attempt, and Chesley Scrine. Raiders staying in this somehow, but Ava Martella's attempt over the net is going to be off the net. So Broncos, they get the point, and they tie it back up once again, and so it's 2-2. Number 2 for the Broncos. Neva Kokish gets ready for the serve. 13-2. And that's going to be ace for Neva Kokesh. So Broncos, that is her 2nd serve for number 2. Broncos, they take the lead 3-2 in set number 5. There was a hush across the crowd, and for a second, I almost listened to them, and then I realized, wait, I got to call the game. Neva Kokesh with the serve, and that's going to be another ace for Neva Kokesh. Broncos, they take a 2-point lead, 4-2 here in set number 5. Broncos needed to keep the momentum on their side of the court. Neva Kokesh, serve number 13 for her tonight. Raiders, they set up. This is going to be Ava Johnson. Blocked and stays on the Broncos side of the net. So Ava Johnson keeping the Raiders in this match. That is her 9th kill of the night. They're going to send number 6, Olivia Trumbly, back. This is going to be her 15th serve. 4-3 the score. Raiders trailing. Broncos, they try and get the point over. Now this is going to be Ava Johnson with another attempt. That goes straight to Neva Kokesh. Chesley Scrine. Look at that. She was going for the set. Instead, she gets a one-hander over the net, and that's going to be a kill and a point for the Broncos by Chesney Scrine. They keep the 2-point lead, 5-3, and they're going to send Peyton Grasshorn back to serve. This is going to be her 20th serve of the night. Once again, 5-3 in set number 5. Number 5 for the Broncos. Her serve goes a little too low, bouncing off the net, so that's going to be an error and a point for the Raiders. They keep it at 1 point. As number 10, Ava Johnson, gets ready for her 10th serve of the night, hoping to lead her team to a lead here in set number 5. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to be Rasmussen with the attempt over the net. That goes straight to the Raiders libero. Broncos recovering after the attempt. They're going to set it up. That's going to be Rasmussen once more with the attempt. Now it's going to be Ava Johnson with the attempt. Low receive. Great dig by the Broncos. That was Grasshorn. Now going to set it up. That's another rally still going. Broncos, they're just going to have to pass it over. They can't set a play up. Now the Raiders, they're going to have to settle with just sending it over. Now the Broncos, they're going to set it up. Chesney Scrine, she sends it over, and Chesney Scrine gets another point for the Broncos. That was another, sidearm set. It looked like she wasn't technically going for the kill, but she gets the point anyway for the Broncos. So now Broncos once again get the serve. Chesney Scrine, her 10th serve of the night. 6-4, and this is going to be Ava Johnson with the attempt. Blocked by the Broncos, and the block by number 18, Cameron Rasmussen, and number 9, Lauren Bassaraba. Broncos point, push them up now 7-4 here, and we get a timeout called by Coach Casey Richards of the Raiders. And Broncos, what a great set of plays there. 7-4, set number 5. This is where everything is on the line. And by the way, this timeout, as you know and probably guessed, is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take great care of you, I promise you. And I also promise you that this is going to continue to be an amazingly close match. As I said, 7-4, both teams 2 wins apiece. A win right here will take the match as Chesney Scrine gets ready behind the line. Serve number 11. There's a hush among the crowd. I don't know why I'm listening. I have to call the game. The Raiders, they make a quick substitution. They bring in number 11, Haley Kilduff. And that's going to be an ace for Chesney Scrine. Now 8-4. Chesney Scrine extending the lead for the Broncos here. They are now 7 points away from taking set number 5. Chesney Scrine trying to go for another ace. Raiders, they recover just in time to just get the pass over. Now the Broncos, they're going to set it up. That's going to be number 9, Lauren Bassaraba. But the return by the Raiders keeps them in play. Now it's Chesney Scrine with the attempt. That's going to be another return by the libero of the Raiders. Now it's going to be Grasshorn setting it up. This is going to be number 18, Rasmussen setting up. Hill high bump. Raiders, they're going to somehow get the ball over the net and onto the Broncos side, still in bounds. Now it's Piper Tomczak who's just going to send it over. A little lob over the net. Grasshorn, Bassarab sets it up over to Grasshorn, sets it over to Rasmussen. Now it's the Raiders, and we have a long rally going on between these two teams. Johnson, Broncos, they're trying to stay in this game. Grasshorn, Tomczak sends it over. Now it's Johnson, and an unlucky bounce off the ceiling gives the Broncos the point. International Falls extend 9-4 here in set number 5. You guessed it, Chesney Scrine sends it over the net on her 13th serve, and Raiders almost getting the ace, bouncing off the ceiling, and they're going to give the point and the ace to Chesney Scrine. 10-4, the score here in set number 5, and that's going to be the second and final timeout called by the Raiders here in set number 5. So we're going to take a quick 30 seconds as I take a quick drink of water because I need it, good Lord.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Set number 5, Broncos leading 10-4. Chesney Scrime behind the line, getting ready for her next serve, hoping to continue to lead the team on a huge rally of points as they continue to try and extend their lead and keep the Raiders at arm's distance. They want to get a big win today against this away team here at home. It is pink out night. The Broncos are wearing pink socks for breast cancer awareness. Chesney Scrine, she sends the serve over, but a little too much power. That goes over the back line. Raiders, it looks like they kind of catch a break after the timeout. So now 10-5, they're going to send number 5, McKenna Subcheck, behind the line for the serve, hoping to lead her team in a huge rally to make a comeback. Grassland sets it up. This is going to be number 9, Basaraba, coming up from the back line. Now it's going to be the Broncos. Rasmussen's attempt, bounces off the net, stays on the Raiders side. So Raiders, they're going to set it up for Ari Johnson. And what a play by the Broncos. The block sends it over to the Raiders side, and that was McKenna Subcheck going for the dive. Great effort, but that's going to be a little too far out of reach, so the Broncos get the point 11-5 now as number 9, Lauren Basaraba, gets ready for the serve. And that's going to be a beeline and a little too low. Oh, I think she might have been trying to aim it, but then the awkward positioning with her swing ends up sending it to the net. So Raiders get the point 11-6. From behind the line, that is number 9, Gianna Martella with the serve. Broncos, that is an attempt by number 8, Piper Tomczak. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to be Rasmussen. Miscommunication among the Broncos leads to a point for the Raiders. And so now 11-7 or 7-11 for those of you gas station lovers out there. Here in set number 5, Raiders, they send and Gianna Martella getting ready for her 10th serve of the night, hoping to lead her team in a huge comeback in set number 5. Grasshorn is going to set it. That is Tomczak with the attempt. Raiders just going to bump it right back over. Now this is Kokesh with the attempt. High block by the Raiders. Now it's going to be Ari Johnson who's just going to set it over. Rasmussen over to Wade, and it looks like they're going to call a double hit against Rasmussen. So that's going to be a point for the Raiders. 8-11 now. Raiders slowly but surely trying to climb back in this one as Martella serves it for the 11th time tonight. High bump. Now it's going to be Lola Wade who just passes it over to the Raiders. Now the Raiders, they're going to set it up for number 17, Schwartz. And Schwartz gets it right in front of Piper Tomczak, who is jumping up for the block. So now 9-11. Raiders, only a 2-point deficit for them as Gianna Martella. And that's going to be a timeout called by Coach Hall of the Broncos. Her first timeout of this 5th set, and we're going to go into another 30-second break, and we'll be back on Lakes Country 104.1, KSTM, and YourLiveEvent.com. Broncos leading 11-9 in set number 5.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box. Set number 5, 9-11. Raiders trying to make a big comeback here. High bump. Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just passing it over to the Raiders, who they're going to set it up. This time they're going to set it up for Schwartz. And Schwartz blocked, but it stays on the Broncos side of the net and goes out of bounds. So that's going to be a point. Now we have a 1-point game. Raiders so close to completing the comeback. One more point here ties it up. Serve number 14 for Martella. And that's going to be a high bump. Grasshorn sets it over to Tomczak. Tomczak just going to pass it over to the net. Now it's going to be Schwartz once again. But Schwartz a little too short on the attempt, as that's going to be off the net for an error. Now Broncos get it right back with another 2-point lead. 3 points ends it right here as Charlie Swanson goes behind the line, hoping to lead her team to victory. 12-10. There's a hush over the crowd, so I'm going to whisper shout. Swenson with the serve. And now we're back in the action. It is number 6, Olivia Trombley. He's setting it up. Broncos now, they're going to have to settle with just passing over. Neva Kokesh gets the pass. Now the Raiders, they're going to set it up, but they're going to have to just pass it over. Can't get the play together. Now it's going to be Grasshorn setting it up. Tomczak not in the right position, so they're going to pass it. And so No team yet to have a play set up. That's Ari Johnson with the attempt. Broncos, they're going to have to settle with just another pass over. So they're going to set up once again, this time Schwartz. And Schwartz gets the point for the Raiders. She has been one of the big leaders from the front line for this Raiders offense. And now they're going to send number 16, Ari Johnson, behind the line. Her 25th serve, believe it or not, in this game. So now 12-11. Raiders hoping to tie it up with this serve, and that could be an ace for Johnson. That will be a Ari Johnson ace to tie it up 12-all here in set number 5. Broncos, looks like we're going to get the second and final timeout called by the Broncos. Neither team have any timeouts left, and this could be the determinator for the game, depending on how the teams respond with this upcoming serve by Ari Johnson. Someone just ate pay dirt over on one side of the court. I'm excited too. Trust me, I'd be tripping and stumbling as well watching this game. We have a 5th set nail biter coming up right now. Both teams tied 12-all. A win here. Either team just needs 3 more points to take a big win in tonight's match. Ari Johnson hoping to be the one to lead her team to that victory. Serve number 26. Oh my gosh, that is so many serves. 12-all. Raiders looking to get their first lead of set number 5. Broncos looking to keep the lead and put themselves in the position to win. Johnson with the serve. That goes straight to Basaraba. Swenson, she's going to set up. That's Grasshorn, who's going to make the attempt. Now Ava Johnson gets the attempt. Ava Johnson of the Raiders takes the lead here in set number 5 against the Broncos. And so now Raiders need 2 more points. Ari Johnson, the server for the Raiders. She sends it beeline straight to Lola. That's going to be off the ceiling. And an unlucky receive leads to a point. Now this could be set point right here. 14-12. Broncos needing to make a huge comeback as Ari Johnson with the serve sends it straight high bump. Lola Wade sets up. That's going to be Grasshorn who just returns it. Now it's going to be the Raiders. Schwartz with the attempt. Broncos trying to save it, and that's going to be Lydia Schwartz getting the win for the Raiders in 5. And so Raiders win it in the 5th set, 15-12, and a heartbreaker for the home team here. But what a great effort by the Broncos, keeping themselves in the game and keeping this one super competitive. Great job by both sides. What a game that was. We're going to go into a break, and we're going to get ready for our post-game show here on Ladies Country 104.1 KSEM. Raiders win it in 5. 15-25, 25-17, 25-19, 13-25, 12-15. And we'll be back after a bit of a long break here on Ladies Country 104.1 KSDM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, Corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar, subject to credit approval, restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Do your high rate credit cards have you feeling lost? Find yourself a lower rate and roll your balances over to a new card. TrueStar Federal Credit Union now provides an in-house credit card. Our truly rewarding credit card offers competitive rates, a rewards program, fraud monitoring, digital wallet, and much more. For more information or to get started, visit your local branch, our website, or the mobile app. Brighter banking at TrueStar, subject to credit approval, restrictions may apply. Insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and YourLiveEvent.com. Joining me here in the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box is Peyton Grasshorn of the National Falls Broncos. So, bit of a tough one, but really great game that you guys had here today. What's the feeling right now?
We got a lot of errors eliminated, and sad that we lost in the fifth set, but it was a close game the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you had a lot of really great moments. There were a lot of really, really big rallies throughout that game where a couple times I was thinking, wait, how did they pull that off? And so what's usually going through your mind during those moments?
Just be smart with the ball and talk to your teammates, communication.
Okay, so what would you say is probably the biggest positive from today?
We didn't get down on ourselves after one mistake, and we kept the energy up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you were one of the leaders in serving. You had about 20 serves, I believe, if my math math is correct, and you also had an ace as well as a couple kills and a block. So had yourself quite the game. So what do you think was probably the biggest takeaway that you want to bring into the game against Deer River happening later this week?
Keep the energy up. We had really good energy today. I think the best all season, and just keep the energy up and go into it confident.
Oh yeah, I mean I even noticed on the bench whenever like someone would be subbed out, you know, I especially saw it from Lola Wade just like going down the line like high fiving and yelling at her teammates.
Yeah.
So what would you say is probably the biggest improvement then from the beginning of the season to this game?
I think we just got better at communicating with our people and just more coverage.
Okay, and so are there any teammates you want to give a special shout out for how they did today?
Lola, because she always keeps the energy up no matter what state we're in, and just always is complimenting other people.
Okay, and so for the game against Deer River, what's something that you guys are probably going to be looking out for then?
Just keeping the same energy and don't go into it scared.
Well, I wish you guys the very best of luck and good job today. Like I said, it was a tough loss, but it was a really great game. You guys really showed out, and I mean that second and third set was a lot of fun to watch. It looked like you guys were really coming together.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it was a really good game, and best of luck against Deer River later this week. And hey, this has been Augie Schmidt of Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and YourLiveEvent.com. We'll go into another break, and then we'll do a quick recap of what just happened here at International Falls High School.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Fall is calling and the trails are waiting. Hi, this is Tony Skiffstrom, officer at Border Bank. Whether you're looking for the thrill of an ATV, the fun of a side-by-side, or just some good old shack time, Border Bank has the loan to get you there. From flexible terms to great rates, we're here to help you hit the trails. Apply online or visit with me to explore if a consumer loan is right for you. We're Border Bank, your headquarters for funding fall adventures. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, we help you find the right countertop for your project and budget. Options are endless with laminates, corian, quartz, including Cambria and granite. We don't stop there. Falls Lumber Company will be there for you through the entire process, selection to installation on both sides of the border. Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. Experience it today.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer our local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sport guidance. Their advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and YourLiveEvent.com. Start your voyage at the Rainy River, Minnesota North campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. So, sadly, the Broncos lose a bit of a heartbreaker here at home. Home in 5 sets, but man, those were some great 5 sets from this Broncos home team. So they lost set number 1, 15-25, set number 2, 25-17. Then they won set number 2, 25-17. Then won set number 3, 25-19. And then sadly they would lose set number 4, 13-25. And then 12-15 was the final score of the final set, where the Raiders were able to get the win in 5. But man, like I said, that was one heck of a game by both sides. Broncos really seeming to come together here this season, and now they're going to get ready for a Thursday matchup once again here at home against Deer River. So stay tuned. That one is going to be live on KGHS The Bear 95.3 FM. But for now, this is Augie Schmidt signing out. Thank you so much for listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSAM and YourLiveEvent.com. This is Bronco Sports signing out.